Salve a tutti ragazzi e benvenuti in questo nuovo video. Io sono Axel Panico. Oggi facciamo un giro su una cosa un po' particolare. Praticamente sarebbe l'episodio 0 di Firewatch. Praticamente sarebbe una spiegazione del gioco di Firewatch che è uscito da poco tempo con i loro creatori, però ricreato in maniera virtuale con i programmatori medesimi, e una cosa abbastanza carina e simpatica per capire come è stato fatto il gioco. Peccato che in inglese, però comunque è una bella esperienza anche questa da vedere. Sarebbe un'intervista a 360 gradi. Banda le parole, proviamo l'esperienza. Ok.
Hey gang, and welcome to the preview episode of the FOO Show. I'm your host, Will Smith. We will be here, well, later this summer, every week with interesting folks who make TV, movies, video games, a whole lot more cool stuff. But first, our very first guest for our very first show, dear friends of mine, John Vanneman, Jake Rodkin from Campo Santo. Welcome to the show, guys.
Hey, Will.
Thanks for having us.
Questi
This is
sono i
amazing.
programmatori.
Happy to be in your cyber realm.
We've made like this weird, kind of terrifying version of Max Headroom.
It's really nice.
Yeah,
nice.
it's much more. I could be here for a while. I feel good here.
First, we should explain what Firewatch is.
Yes.
Oh, we should. Jake.
So Firewatch is. Oh man, where do I start? Firewatch is a first-person, story-based video game. You play as a man named Henry, whose life kind of
Bello che ti puoi
takes some
spostare.
bad turns, and he takes a job out as a fire lookout, where you work in a
Puoi
fire
stare
lookout
dietro le
tower,
quinte.
working out in the Shoshone Wilderness in Wyoming. In Firewatch, you're. Do you want to pick up?
Oh yeah, it's a first-person adventure. It's a first-person adventure.
Veramente
game
bello.
where you
Praticamente
experience a
puoi
story over the
guardare
course of, like,
la loro
4 or 5 hours
intervista
walking
da
around
svariate
contiguous
angolazioni.
outdoor space, and your only point of contact is a woman named Delilah who you talk to over a radio.
But anyway, let's roll the clip and
Yeah.
show people what Firewatch looks like.
This is just walking around in the woods.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Hi, clip. Oh my gosh, there it is.
I thought about just actually putting a
Sono un po' le mani un po'
fireplace
strane.
with some logs and some fire in here.
Still could.
I mean, there's still time. You're right.
Yeah.
So Henry's he's been out in the woods. He's done some fire watchtower stuff. He ends up getting kind of roped into some stuff that I wouldn't expect a guy who's in a watchtower. Like, I would expect he'd be mostly required to sit in the tower and watch for fires, right?
Well, that's yeah, one would think, but there are some rowdy campers out in the world right now who have actually started to cause you real trouble. Like the night previous to this, your tower was vandalized, and now you're out sort of looking for whoever is causing the problems
Può
in
anche
your
mandare
life. that
avanti,
you keep encountering.
skippare.
Yeah, your tower was vandalized with the communication, the phone line that you guys used to call back.
Okay, guys, welcome to your tower.
Wow,
Siamo nella torre di Firewatch.
this is actually really awesome.
So the first thing I noticed when we loaded this up, you guys were kind enough to give us a hard drive full of basically your video game, which we then brought over into our FOO thing. And the first thing we noticed is that everything seems really big compared to how it felt in the game.
Oh, you mean like the actual the amount of square footage? This is actually the tower in Firewatch is luxurious compared to a real lookout tower,
penso
because
anche
in a
che si
regular
possa,
first-person video game,
appunto,
you have a
alzarsi
bulky
in piedi.
basically your character's encased in a gigantic transparent pill, and yeah, but now in
Bellissimo.
VR it feels like the most. This would be a desirable fire lookout tower.
This like I would
In
come
word
here,
in real life.
I would come here, go camping, like bring the family, maybe sit down, do a little bit, work on my novel,
Ah, si
Right.
possono prendere tutti i pezzi, no?
So you can pick stuff up. If you reach out and grab stuff and squeeze the trigger, this goes for you guys at home too. Or if you're on the Oculus, you can head point at something and grab it with the A button on your controller.
Non ci
You can pick it up
credo.
and look at it, kind of turn it around, see what it looks like, hold it up, explore the clip planes. Sean, you should try the pine cone.
Oh, where's that pine
Bellissimo.
cone?
Hold that pine cone up to
You
your
can grab it
face.
from my hand. We can make copies.
Oh man, look at that! What a perfect pine cone. Ooh.
I have something that I need to show you, Will.
Okay.
There you go.
Hey, Forrest Burns.
Oh my gosh, this is.
Sean, you want one?
I should probably take one of those.
There you go. Yeah.
Bellissimo.
Oh man, this is just.
Hey, look, guys. I'm the Forrest Bird.
You are. Oh, you
no.
are fired. You're fired. Get out.
Unacceptable.
Let's talk. I want to talk about how you guys made the assets in this. Like, if you look at
Tutti i pezzi puoi
the
prendere.
typewriter, stuff
bellissimo.
like the typewriter and the radio and the backpack, and the things that you see dozens of times throughout the game. everything has a really. It's gorgeous. It looks like. What
Well,
was the process to make?
this is
all
one of the
stuff?
first props Jane made. The process for this is that on this particular thing, the typewriter, Ollie Moss did a 2D sketch, sort of in like the most Ollie Moss of ways. Just a very
Suona la chitarra.
sepia-toned 5x5 a little illustration, and then Jane sort of used that as the baseline for sort of prop fidelity and like the feel that like the edges and things of the props we're gonna have in the game.
Yeah.
And this kind of became the baseline for most
And-
props.
Bella anche lo
She
schermo.
modeled the arms for the keys.
No, twist. That is a
Puoi
texture.
vedere dopo.
Totally into this and not freaking out until
You touched the back of my
Come on,
head, and
let's
my
do an
animal brain went,
intervista.
"Where are you?"
what is
What person is doing this to me?
10,000 years ago this was not possible.
Bellissimo, ragazzi, non ve lo faccio vedere tutto perché sennò viene lunghissimo, però è bello perché ti permette di vedere l'intervista ai programmatori di Firewatch, cioè quelli della software house del Camposanto, già il Camposanto si chiama. E comunque spero che il video vi sia piaciuto, non dura tantissimo perché sennò poi uno si annoia se vede i video troppo lunghi. Lasciate un commento mi piace, troverete sempre il link in descrizione per aiutare un rifter e per comprare componenti per PC. Un saluto e alla prossima, ciao!